Hey guys, a different kind of video today really. It's more about progression in painting. Um, these were obviously Dark Vengeance Marines, Dark Angel Marines that you get in the thingy, besides obviously this one. Well, and these two at the end, but we'll come back to them later. Basically this was like when I very first started to get serious about my painting and actually wanting to make my minis look good. Instead of just painting them up bog standard, oh that'll do, you know, that type of thing. Trying out different effects and whatever. So I'll show you just some of the models. These, like obviously whenever Dark Vengeance came out, that's how old these models are. This model will be even older. I still haven't decided what I'm going to arm him with. But as you can see, it's a Dark Angels Captain thing. But yeah, again the painting style on this is very cartoony, I think. But it's quite, I don't know, this was when I was just trying out my painting technique, what I was trying to find out how I paint. Don't think I got the painting that well actually, because it still looks a bit patchy and grainy. So there's that. Ooh, so put that there. I think I did a video before, one of the very first videos, I think it was with these two guys in it, when I said the cloaks, I think if a mini has a cloak, if you paint that well, it sets the mini off. And not to say that you can't, well, you shouldn't then paint the rest of the miniature badly, because the cloak like hides it, but you can kind of get away with some of the details. So like I say, there's them two. But so I took that, and then obviously this one has a cloak, and this was the first time I actually did some like blending and stuff. Like I say, it's the very first time I did it. Obviously it goes orange at the bottom, gradually up to red. It's quite subtle, but I didn't want to go straight into it like, oh, it's, you know, like just orange and then bang, red. Try to do it gradually. So there's that. This was the first miniature actually, doesn't want to focus this today, that I actually painted from the Dark Vengeance box set. Yeah, quite impressed with myself when I did this. So there's that. And there's the captain, I don't know what his name is, I'm sure he has one. Again, like highlighting with the sword, orange on the sword and stuff like that. But it's the green armour, obviously the Dark Angels, but I don't like dark miniatures. So I try to find a contrasting green, because obviously you've got Dark Angels green, or you've got to one extreme milk green, but you're not going to do it milk green, are you? Unless you really are colourblind. But so I went for Lorien Forest. I went through a stage of painting everything. Every miniature I had Lorien Forest green. I don't know why. Just I had a thing for it at the time. Yeah, and these were, I was also, you can see that, notice the bases, just very first attempt at doing cork and stuff like that. Like you can see on this one, I just went mental with it and made like a big massive stone. Quite easy to do, obviously. I think all you guys know. You can get them from like the range and anywhere that sells. Well, that's a part of it anyway. Anywhere that sells like placemats, they'll do their own brand, and they'll do the cheap version as well. This, you get 4-5 sheets of this for how much? About maybe £2, something like that. So worth it, you know. I mean, I've still got another 3 I haven't even used. This is the only one I've used. So there's that guy. Whoops, he's doing a little twirl. It's probably one of my favourite minis out of the Dark Vengeance, the plasma cannon guy. I'm going to get a few of these actually. I'm going to get a Devastator squad for my Sons of Neptune. So there's that, guys. And then the really like this pose on this miniature. Don't know why. It just, even though it's just a standard Marine, there's nothing special about it. I just like that one. Just my thoughts, you know. So I've got a question for you guys. If you could post a response to this video and just show your progression as well in painting, if you can, or if maybe you don't even have your old minis that you'd have from years ago that you've painted up or whatever. But yeah, also I have the old metal Cypher, the Fallen, and obviously you're supposed to have black armour and whatever. The gun's not very good, but again, I use Lorien Forest because I don't want to paint dark miniatures, and realistically I just can't paint them anyway. So there's that. Yes, this is the old metal pewter, whatever it is. Yeah. So there's that. Excuse me, guys. Sneezing. And then he had this thing. I don't know what it is. Chaplain. Is it a chaplain? I don't know. Librarian. Maybe. Yeah, librarian. I think. The old style backpacks. Love these old backpacks. I was gonna make my own custom banner to put on it, so that's again something in the works. Yeah, maybe do. I'm just going to show you 3 minis now that I was quite proud of painting, and I think I've done a good job. I'll start with this guy. Like I say, you've all seen these minis in the videos before, but I'm just going into better quality video to show you. This was when, for the Dark Vengeance, I was doing a Nurgle army, so I painted them all up Nurgle, and then I've painted them Night Lords, and I've painted them this, and I've painted them that, but I've sold all my Chaos side now anyway, so it's just a lone mini now. Converted quite easily, as you can see. I'll get something else up. His arm, obviously, it is attached. This big scythe or whatever, it's supposed to be like that, and obviously I've just chopped it and moved his hand, sorry, so it's obviously just like a single-handed weapon, because as you can see it's quite short at the end. And then just from when I had my Blight Kings, just used a spare shield that they had on it. I thought that might look cool, and yeah, like I said, Nurgle I think very easy to do. I don't want to be saying, oh, you know, if you do a Nurgle army you're taking an easy way out, because you can just paint them how you want and you can make mistakes and whatever, but you know, some of the armies out there look absolutely amazing. There's no way I'd be able to, you know, even attempt to come close to some of the Nurgle armies from like the effects and whatever. But basically, like I say, well in this case I used Dark Angel Green, or it might be Orchid shade, shade or something from the Foundation paints, base coaters, and then Lorien Forest dry brush, then Deneb Stone dry brush, then Zandri Dust dry brush, and you know, as long as you go from dark to light and browns and stuff like that, I think you get quite an interesting effect. Like his shield, it's got quite a glowy effect. I'll see if I can get a better. Don't know if you can see that coming across. Yeah. So there's that one. I also have this guy. I bought this guy years and years and years ago. Didn't even know what army he was from until I watched a YouTube channel. That's all I seem to do recently is watch YouTube. And he is from a Grey Knights. He's from the Grey Knights. I had no idea why I've painted this shield thing this colour. But this was the first time ever of doing like blended power weapons. And like for the first time, let's see if I can go there. The first time doing it, I think it looks alright, doesn't it? It's not obviously the best, but quite happy with the face, painting skin and whatever. I remember when I very first started the hobby, I had a Catachan Jungle Fighters, and obviously for all you Imperial Guard fans and whatever, it's skin everywhere, so it's quite hard to do. Yeah, I don't paint the eyes. I literally just do the skin, put a layer of whatever skin tone you want to use, and then wash it with, well, I use Agrax Earthshade. I don't know what you guys use. I know it might come across a bit too maybe brown or something. And then go back over it with the original colour, and then just pick out little bits with a lighter skin colour, whatever you want to do, and that's literally it. Leave obviously the eyes dark with a wash, and that seems to do the trick. Let's see if I can there. Yep, looks pretty cool. So again, quite happy, and this one's got a big cloak and whatever. I think I might need to go back over and get rid of some of these shadows. I know obviously you need shadows in the model, else you can't have light areas, but I think it's a bit just too dark and a bit too patchy. So that's my hay fever's playing up with it. So there's that one, and then again with the Dark Vengeance I was going to do a Night Lord army, so I went out and bought myself this as well to be like the Lord, and painted up Night Lords, but I just seem to have the one model now of Night Lord. I don't know why, what I'm going to do with it now. If anyone wants to buy it off me, just leave a comment. Quite happy to sell it, obviously for a reasonable offer. I need money now. So yeah, it's quite good. There's that. And then I painted up these two Marines. I know I'm waffling on about you guys. Just again inspired by Girl Payton. She did a thing called The Bad Company, and it was all her tutorials of Space Marines and what she's done in her tutorials. And so I haven't made any tutorials in it, but I thought, well, I'll paint some Marines up just different colours and see if I can tie them in. Basically they're just tied in because they've got striking shoulder pads like bright orange, bright pink with a silver trim. They can just be whatever colour they want to be. So yeah, so there's them. Again, Lorien Forest, I'm obsessed with it. And then this was Zandri Dust, but it's come out a bit murky and a bit, yeah. So guys, that's that. And then as you can see, the painting progression from them, which is, yeah, good, to my Sons of Neptune, which are miles better. As you can see, there's this guy here. It's going to be like a leader of some type of squad. But I want to paint his helmet a different colour. I don't know whether to go red, because obviously they've got red shoulder pads, but just to make him like a company leader or whatever leader. I don't know which colour to go, but I'll figure it out somehow. Right guys, this video is going on too long now, so I will let you all go. And again, please try and do a response to this video with your painting progression, please, if you don't mind. Just like to see how far you've come from starting the hobby to now. Okay, thanks guys, see you later, have a good one.